Welcome back, eSIM Studios. My name is Taylor Bell, and let's hit the intro.
Yeah. Woo.
I just need my
Yeah.
space right now.
Fresh off the G5 jet, I'm on my way to a brand new kit.
Welcome back. Welcome back on this Halloween edition of Daily Tech News. Now, I have, again, not a lot going on after the announcement of the new Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, the release of the OnePlus 12 right around the corner. We had some S24 news in the past and the Xiaomi 14. However, I do have some Google specific news for you that directly involves either Google and or Google Pixel, which I'm sure a lot of my subscribers are Pixel fans, and that's what we are here for, correct? Cool. It is Halloween. It is what is it? Tuesday, October 31st, 2023. So I do hope you have a safe and fun Halloween. I'm going to make this a rather quick one. I got something to do here shortly. So let's get right into it. Now, if any of you all have a Pixel 8 series device, which I do right here. Actually, you know what? Hang on. Let me cancel this real quick. I need to adjust the photo. There we go. Okay, now I'm ready. If any of you have a Google Pixel 8 and you're having always on display issues. I actually was testing this out on mine. I'd never use always on display. And it actually, I looked down on my phone and it's activated. So it may be sporadic, it may be a random issue, a random bug that's popping up, but you're always on display. I'm not sure if you could tell. Can you see it? Well, earlier, it would not display that. I rebooted my device, I toggled it on and off at sporadic times, and it just would not come on after I activated it. And now that I look down, it's on. So I've been messing with it all day trying to get it to activate, and I was like, well, shoot, I guess mine is one of the pixels that it affects. Now, there's two issues going on from what I understand. An issue where when you activate it, it doesn't come on, or when you activate it, you get a greenish tint screen. You see how this one's all black? Well, instead of it being all black, it would have a greenish tint to it. I'm not sure if you are a user that has that issue, but it appears Google is aware of this problem. As you can tell here, it says Google is working on a fix for the Pixel 8 Pro's weird always-on display tint. Now, they do have a new and upgraded always-on display feature that you can customize, but it says users have continuously reported strange color tinting issues with the Pixel 8 Pro always-on display. Visible in dark rooms, the device's bug is causing users to experience orange, yellow, green, and pink tints. Google states it is aware, and a software patch should correct the issue, which could arrive later this year in December. I'm hoping it comes earlier than that. I'm hoping it hits with the November update, which should be next Monday, and basically in 5 or 6 days. I'm hoping it'll get fixed. They are aware of it, and I'm sure they are trying to reproduce it and recode the software for the November security patch. So I'm hoping it gets done in November. But this publication, Android Central, is saying possibly in December. It says, I don't know why, it says the latest flagship phone isn't having the best start, but mine's been fine other than that. But again, I don't ever really turn my always on display on just because I always try to save battery. I'm always near one of my numerous devices, so I know what time it is, I know what date it is, so I don't really use it. It says a user took to the Android issue tracker to adjust problems with the device's always on display. A report stated that when always on display is enabled, the device will slowly but surely adopt a noticeable and uneven color branding. In the user's experience, their display gained a truly odd orange and pink tint that affected the displayed text, becoming more noticeable towards the bottom of the display. What's more is that this only appears to happen around 5 seconds after the always on display is activated, and it drops down to 1 Hz refresh rate. Now, let me check mine. Mine is all black. Not really sure. I guess mine is not affected by the color tint, but it was affected with the always on display actually coming on. I'm sure that'll be addressed as well. It says the issue tracker thread mentioned additional Pixel 8 Pro owners would have encountered a similar problem, although some displays have turned yellowish or even green. An apparent running theory is that this is happening due to the Pixel 8 Pro's usage of an AMOLED panel that does not offer 100% grayscale uniformity. It says, but for whatever their issue is, a member of Google responded to the thread stating the problem would be addressed in a future Android release. Now, it looks like those with an affected device can force the always-on display to operate at 120 hertz refresh rate at all times instead of adapting to a lower number. So it looks like this is only occurring with the color tint when the always-on display refresh rate goes fairly low. I'm assuming when it drops to around 1 hertz. But there's no way anybody should operate it at 120 hertz. You're just going to drain the battery, because for you to enable that, you're going to have to go into developer options and basically stick the 120 hertz, glue it into 120 hertz, which is going to blow through your battery. I wouldn't do that. If it affected me, I would just leave it off. Let's see if they have a picture of it here. It's a nice picture, but that's not the issue. Let's see. I don't see anything else. Now, check this out. And it does not say if it's the Pixel 8 as well as the Pixel 8 Pro. It does say Pixel 8 Pro, but I'm not sure if it is affecting the Pixel 8. Pixel 8 Pro is just mentioned, although both devices are running. Is the Pixel 8 running a LTPO display? That is a good question. Hang on. Pixel 8 LTPO display. Let's see if it is. It just says the Pro is running the. Okay, so that would be why the Pixel 8 Pro is running the LTPO down to 1 hertz. So that's why it's only affecting the Pixel 8 Pro. Now the Pixel 8 does have LTPO, but not the newer 2.0, which the Pixel 8 Pro has. The Pixel 8 has the one that goes down to like I think 45 or 40 hertz. Instead of the one like the Pixel 8 Pro. So that would be the explanation as to why it's only affecting the Pixel 8 Pro. Other than that, no bugs, no issues here. Now, if you need assistance from Google in regards to anything with your device, if you need to reach out to Google, as far as any questions, any concerns, anything that's bothering you with you or your Pixel, your made by Google Pixel device, whether it's your phone, your tablet, earbuds, anything like that, we have basically a new thread or a new option to go to. What we got here is, if you need assistance from Google and or need to reach out to them, here's what you can do. What they got, and it's kind of interesting because I don't think I remember seeing, and you would think Google would use their own Google website, or I know even YouTube, like for creators. If you have an issue with something going on with YouTube, you can reach out to the team YouTube on Twitter or X, and they're pretty quick. We usually respond within about an hour. But what we're going to discuss now is not with Google, or excuse me, with YouTube creator issues, which should reach out on Twitter. Um, Actually, regular customer support has kind of been geared towards Reddit, believe it or not. Now, Google boosts customer support on Reddit for Pixel phones. So if you have a Pixel device, maybe Pixel Buds, maybe Pixel tablet, but definitely with your Pixel phone, the best place to go to get answers directly from Google is apparently their Reddit page. Now, kind of a surprise, kind of not, because Google in the past leading up to them kind of officially, unofficially using Reddit as their customer support is now this is with text, not over the phone, but it's with a text message on their official Reddit page, Reddit thread for their Pixels. They would always release their updates as far as what's going to be in these this next security patch. They would always release notes on their Pixel Reddit thread, their official Google Pixel Reddit thread. And now it looks like that Google has ramped up its customer support on Reddit for Pixel phones. The aim is to provide timely assistance and engage with users' concerns more effectively. Why they can't do it again on a Google owned and Google hosted page or website, I have no idea. Reddit is their website of choice. Now, since the end of September, Google has been consistently responding to queries on the platform, marking a noticeable shift in its approach. Previously, Google's presence on Reddit managed through the Pixel community thread, profile, what have you, on occasion, with long gaps between responses. However, the tech giant's interaction with the Reddit community has seen a positive transformation in recent months. It says in March, Google signaled more committed presence on Reddit, introducing itself as the official Reddit profile for Google Pixel support. And the company expressed its intent to proactively assist Pixel users and address their issues. Let's see. The additional support might be especially helpful considering the existence of various issues on Android 14. We don't have many over here, thank God, but these problems range from the Pixel 8 Pro's tinted always on display, which we mentioned earlier, to the media storage issue, which affects all models from Pixel 6 to Pixel 8 Pro. Now, we experienced this last night on my daughter's Pixel. For whatever reason, some of her media just vanished. So we're not sure how or why that happened, and we are going to look into it here more today for her. But I'm assuming that's what it is about. And it says the substantial change came towards at the end of September, with Google now responding several times a day to all sorts of questions on there. I can only imagine how many responses and how many questions they probably got to hire people just to respond to these. But it says Reddit's format allows for more detailed responses, often featuring step-by-step instructions to solve common problems. In many cases, the responses include links to full support articles on Google's official website. There we go. Google also occasionally suggests users to contact phone or chat support for a more in-depth examination of their issues. So it looks like if you have a question, you go to this Reddit thread, and I'll link it in the description box below. And then you go from there, right? If you need more detailed responses or steps, they'll probably send you to a support article or their official website, or they'll tell you to contact Google phone and or chat support. It says the responses are pretty general and straightforward, frequently involving recommendations to ensure devices are running the latest software updates and suggestions to clear app caches. Direct interaction with Google on Reddit offers more users more immediate official assistance than traditional online forums. Let's see. Okay, here we go as far as devices. It includes Pixel Fold, and the Pixel tablet. So it includes the Pixel phone, including the Fold, and the Pixel tablets. I don't believe that they'll respond if you have questions about buds or anything in that nature. Pixel related products only. Let's see. It's Google's commitment to enhancing customer service, customer support. So that's good. Um, it's good to see them do that. So if you need support or have any questions like that, I will link it in the description below for you, and you can get assistance that way. Real quick before we get out of here, as you know, we mentioned Google is in the middle of their antitrust lawsuit versus the United States government. And one interesting thing came about that I want to talk about real quick, and we'll get out of here for Android and Android operating system. As you know, they get questioned about everything, and actually, Google's CEO was on the witness stand. Dun dun dun. Um, and something really interesting came up, right? Um, Something very interesting came up. What came up was we got an explanation as to why some devices, some Android phones get updated every month and actually seemingly very quick, and some, like Motorola, do not. Now, the ones that get updated fairly fast are obviously the Pixel devices. After that, you got Samsung. Samsung is sometimes beats Google to the update. In fact, Samsung will issue security patches faster than Google will. Google will always beat every manufacturer with software updates, but Samsung has gotten so good that they sometimes beat Google to the punch with the monthly security patch. But we got an explanation as to why um, the some Android phones get updated a lot and some don't, like Motorola. Even OnePlus, that's on like a bi-monthly update schedule, so they won't even send monthly updates to their phone. They'll do it every 2 months. Motorola is really bad. They'll do it like once every quarter, like once every 3 to 4 months. And we got an explanation why. Um, let's see. Sundar Pichai, who is the Google CEO, recently testified at the ongoing Google's antitrust trial. And then during his testimony, Pichai admitted that Google strong arms Android OEMs into maintaining their smartphones software. They give benefits to the manufacturers that update their phones the most. Remember, Google wants you to have the latest software. Google wants your device to be secure. So they benefit the manufacturers that stay on a healthy update schedule, and they do the opposite for manufacturers that don't keep their devices updated. Essentially, OEMs that let their phones sit without any updates see a decreased revenue share from Google services. Yes, they benefit these manufacturers with money. They have a revenue split in Google services. Their deals with Motorola, the Google and Android deal with Samsung to put Android on their devices. They will actually give a bigger revenue share to the companies that update their devices on a regular basis, and they cut back on revenue sharing to companies, like Motorola and OnePlus, that don't update their devices that often. And they try to benefit the company to update their devices more often because it's better for the end consumer like you and I. Now, I had no idea this was going on. And this is why it's in the daily tech news segment. Over the past few weeks, we've been following the ongoing Google antitrust lawsuit. And yesterday, apparently on Monday, the Google CEO Pichai took to the witness stand during the testimony. They revealed a tidbit on how Google operates that gives a better look and gives a better look behind the curtain, and explain users' frustrations with Android phones not seeing security updates. If that's the case, you need to get a better phone. You need to get a Pixel phone, or you need to get a good Samsung phone. Don't get your Motorola's. Don't even, I wouldn't even say OnePlus not so bad. Um, just get a Pixel or a Samsung, right? That'll alleviate a lot of your issues with these security updates. But according to Google CEO, they financially incentivize OEMs to update their phones. Companies that keep phones current with the latest security patches see a higher revenue share from Google services than the manufacturers that don't update their device often. Now, it does not give us a word on breakdown of the money, does not give us a breakdown on the percentage. But this would explain why some companies update their devices faster than others. Some hire more developers than others and can get the update out faster. Samsung's got, a ginormous company, got a ton of developers that can get these updates out in a timely manner. OnePlus, nothing, are a smaller companies, even though the bigger companies purchase them and own them. How they allocate their money in departments is up to them. And some of them, security patches, I'm sure, are a hassle, but it's something that has to be done. And Google's trying to reward these companies with a bigger revenue share, a bigger revenue split for the companies that update their devices more. So that's only fair, and that's better for you and I, the end consumer. So this was a really cool little fact that I saw and wanted to get that out there because I had no idea, and now I'm letting you know as well. So that'll do it for the daily tech news. And I do appreciate the time. I'm going to get out of here. It is Halloween. We do have stuff to do, like I'm sure y'all do. So thank you. I will find some more interesting stuff to talk about tomorrow. And we will be right back at the same time, same place. Peace out.